president is aware that we have this security problem here. I don't know which area you stay in Lagos. There is no light again. No. These investors, are they not hearing that there is no light in Nigeria? Whether somebody loots or somebody will not loot, a lot of things will happen. Why is Tinubu doing this to us?
Join Kofi Bartels for engaging debates, expert insights, and your voice at the heart of every discussion. Don't just listen, participate. Tune in and be part of the conversation. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
What is health? It's more than the absence of illness. It's the state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. But let's delve deeper. Health is the heartbeat of life. It's the rhythm that keeps us moving forward. The pulse that echoes our vitality. It's a symphony of balance and harmony, resonating in every aspect of our existence. Health is a silent conductor, orchestrating the dance between the body and mind. It's the energy that propels us towards our dreams and aspirations. It is the foundation upon which we build our futures. So, what is health to you? Join me, Kofi Bartels, this and every Thursday for Health Thursday, 8 a.m. on the Morning Crossfire as we explore important issues affecting your health. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, we're back with the Morning Crossfire 99.3 Nigerian Info. We didn't go anywhere, actually. We just took a detour. But this Thursday, Health Thursday continues. We have it every single Thursday where we talk about your health. Like we say, it's very important to take care of yourself, take care of your health. And it's not all about politics, and other stories, economic and all that. No, health is important. And we do this every Thursday right here on the Morning Crossfire. My name is Kofi Bartels. Lagos, good morning. Today, let's talk the boy child. The boy child. It's not every time the boy child gets coverage. Coverage by I mean media attention, media coverage, and it's part of the conversation because we usually talk about the girl child for obvious reasons, and there's nothing wrong with that. But this morning, we're talking the boy child. Because the boy child has a lot going on, If you're a man listening to me, if you're a boy listening to me, if you're a boy child, the fact is that there are certain peculiar health and social challenges, wellness challenges that we need to talk about. A leading youth-led mental health organization dedicated to combating stigma, providing free counseling and advocating for mental health policy reform in Nigeria, known as Mentally Aware. They revealed in 2022 that young Nigerian males, listen to this, young Nigerian males, that's between the ages of 15 to 24, account for over 70% of youth suicide cases. The age of 15 to 24. Also, a 2022 survey by Stand to End Rape, STARE, remember them, showed that 48% of Nigerian boys aged 12 to 18 say they do not feel emotionally close to either parent. According to reports, many said that their fathers were absent or authoritarian, and their mothers were emotionally invested in their daughters. So everybody thinks the boy child may not need all this attention. But are we failing our boys as a society? Are we failing our boys in the schools, in the homes, in society? Are we failing the boy child? What are the long-term consequences for Nigeria as a country if we don't start paying closer attention to the boy child? Last Friday, the 16th of May 2025, was the International Day of the Boy Child. The International Day of the Boy Child is observed annually on May 16 to highlight the unique challenges boys face and also to promote their well-being. And the theme for the 2025 commemoration of the International Day of the Boy Child was, and I think it still is, building self-esteem in boys. Stand up, be heard, be seen. Now, ask a raft of questions. Are we failing the boy? What are long-term consequences for Nigeria? We have a guest comfortably seated in the studio after braving Lagos traffic wahala. I'd like to say good morning to Dr. Nimi, Ekere, consultant, family physician, child advocate, and author with about 2 decades of medical experience. So, Ekere, good morning to you. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
All right.
Kofi.
And of course, she has a special focus on chronic metabolic disorders, aesthetic medicine, adolescent health, and she currently heads the adolescent medicine clinic at the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital. Dr. Nimi Ekere is a fellow of the National Postgraduate Medical College of Family Physicians and a fellow of the Institute of Management Consultants with a distinction in time management from the London Graduate School. She's a founder of Smile and Shine Children's Foundation, which champions the mental and sexual well-being of children, particularly in underserved communities. And I need to add that Dr. Nimi Ekere is the author of 4 best-selling books on child sexual abuse, 2 of which are compulsorily used in the Basic Education Certificate Examination, what some people call Junior WAEC, in River State. Her advocacy work has also been featured on platforms such as Nigeria Info, BBC, and others, and she was named one of the top 30 most inspiring women by the New York City Journal in 2022. She's a respected speaker on child protection, adolescent health, and public health advocacy, and has contributed to conversations at both national and international forums or fora. Dr. Ekere, it's good to have you.
Thank you, Kofi.
Yes. We had to roll the red carpet. And the issue of the boy child, it's a health issue. It's a wellness issue. Are we correct to say that? Tell us why.
Because health is not just the absence of disease; it's a complete, it's the state of complete mental, physical, and social well-being. So, if it has to do with their social well-being or the psychological well-being, then it's still a health issue. So it's not when someone comes down with earache, malaria, that is a health issue. That makes it a health issue. You could be going, and of course, with the awareness on mental health, we know that a whole lot is happening to them. So it's a health issue, a growing and serious health concern, a growing health issue and a serious health concern.
What is the state of the Nigerian boy child or the boy child in Nigeria as we speak today?
Okay, I would sound realistic. In the past decades, it's been the girl child, which is understandable because the girl child is vulnerable and susceptible to a lot of abuses. But this does not exempt the boy child because studies have shown that 1 in 10 boys are abused sexually, and that more than 90% of perpetrators are boys. So if we keep channeling our attention, focusing on the girl child, and subtly or inadvertently neglecting the boy child, we would have a silent crisis. We have a silent crisis. I think we have, because a lot of boys are wanting to be heard. They want to be seen. They want to be heard more than they want to be seen. You know, they have issues. Of course, the society already places them on a pedestal, so they are seen, they are respected, but deep down they are aching and they are hurting. And this is where we come in. This is where we have to change the narratives and shatter stereotypes.
So, is it how many percent of boys are abused, sexually abused?
This is an old statistic, like 10%. So you know that a lot of them will not speak up. So the statistics are hazy.
I think it's even more.
It's way more.
It's more.
It's way more because practically speaking, I think there are even more than 20. I mean, on ground, because maybe I think I am thinking about doing having studies or research in that area, because this is a bit obsolete. It's almost a decade, and we have to do something to update the statistics. A lot of them are hurting, and we have to do something about it, and we have to do that fast.
All All right. So the issues the Nigerian boy child today faces include mental, physical, and emotional well-being. Include sexual abuse. When we think of sexual abuse, normally we think of the girl child, and we have a plethora of cases because the girl child is the biggest victim over time. But it doesn't mean the boy child is not being victimized as well. It's not been abused. So this is quite surprising to some people that you have at least 1 in every 10 boys, 1 in every 10 boys being sexually abused.
Yes, and it's way more, like I said.
All right.
It's way more.
Are there other issues outside or apart from sexual abuse that,
Of course, criminality, substance abuse, suicide, depression. I have, a case of a child coming in, an adolescent coming into my consulting room. He appeared normal, but I knew beneath his look, beneath the facade, that there were issues. He looked a bit unkempt. He came with his brother. Typically, he would come with his parents, or even if he came with his parents, you could, if you're in that space, you would know if there are issues. And of course, most times there are issues with them because that is a transition period. So yes, and they have a whole lot to grapple with. So I explored, and I realized that it wasn't the toothache that he came for. I think he came for toothache and fever and all that. Beneath the appearances or the appearance of facade was a child that was hurting, a child that had attempted suicide thrice.
Wow.
Yes.
Three times.
Yes. A child that thought he was worthless. And when I evaluated further, I realized he was from a dysfunctional home. He had identity crisis. He was left to cater for his mom. And if we hadn't acted fast, I think he would have been forgotten by now, because he would have carried out the suicide and he would have been gone. So I want us to pay more attention to the boy child, because a lot of them are hurting. Of course, I had to speak to the father who was abroad, who was there financially but was emotionally detached, and who at this point, at the stage of their lives that they're in, they need more than finances. They want that emotional connection, to feel loved, to feel like they're seen and heard, to feel important, so that the society doesn't take them, their friends don't take them away.
It's important what you just said, that the boy in question, unnamed, said he doesn't feel emotionally close, attached to his father, and because we heard it as close as 3 years ago from STARE that 48% of Nigerian boys from their study, aged 12 to 18, say they do not feel emotionally close to either parent. Why do you think that is the case? Do you think it's about their being boys? And if so, why is that the case?
I think it's something that has been passed down culturally. And like I said, we live in a male-dominated world. So in the head of their father, some of them have fathers that are loving, but they don't express it. So how would a child know you love them when you don't express it? They will think you don't like them, because these fathers in their head have been used to a pattern. They've been used to, come here, sit down, I flog you. You did this.
Men are strong and hard.
Yes. Oh, I had a patient I worked in a very elitist hospital, so I won't mention the name. So I'm putting it out there to let my audience know that the person that said this is educated, it's exposed, and he told me that he would rather his boy child gets abused than his girl child. See the mindset. So we have to your question. So a lot of boy children feel detached, feel emotionally detached, because their fathers don't tell them they love them. Kofi, do you I don't know what background you came from, but did your dad ever tell you he loved you?
In his old age, I had to sit him down and say, you not told me you love me.
Yes.
Old age, when I was taking care of him, I told him I love you. And I asked him, do you love me? He said, yeah, he loves me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But you see, my father tried to be, close to me as possible. He was like a friend, But
so you felt that connection?
Yeah, it was like, but I never felt I love you. But, of course, he was like, myself, my father, my friends would see, back in the day. He said, you're talking to your dad like your friend. And I'm like, is that not a normal thing? They say, no, it's not normal. That's why we just like friends. But when it came to discipline, he disciplined me.
Yes, of course, there must be a balance. But did that do something in your life? Didn't you were, and I'm sure you in hindsight, you realize that you were not susceptible to peer pressure influences because you had a father you could speak to. Definitely. A lot of boys can't speak to anyone. Yes. They can't speak to their fathers. They can't speak to. They are terrified.
I have friends who call their father sir. And whilst I think maybe some respect and all that, but I have never called my father sir. Sir, it's dad. But obviously there will be that generational gap where so. But as you grow older, you get to And the truth is that you would think that a boy will be close to their fathers, or a boy child will typically be close to them. But you find out that the reverse is the case. The father is saying they are stubborn, they are this, and they are flogging them. They want to make you hard. They don't want you to be a girl.
But it's not. But you see, that's
what they say. You don't want you to be a girl.
That's the issue. That's where society. That's where we have to break the stereotypes. We have to shatter these misconceptions because they are wrong. And I hate that we equate masculinity with being hard, with not showing emotions. That is wrong. Wrapped in masculinity is softness.
I was watching a YouTube video some time ago of Tyrese, the American R&B musician. He was on the Breakfast Club, and there's one episode where he burst into tears. Was it the Breakfast Club or was it with Old Money? He burst into tears. I think he lost his mom or something like that, and he was crying. And I think one of the presenters, Charlemagne the God, tried to give him tissue, to clean his tears like Oprah used to do back in the day. And he threw the tissue papers away. It's a black man cry.
Yes.
It's a black man cry. And he looked at the camera. It seemed like it was important to him to make the point that it's okay to cry.
Crying is an emotion. And if you laugh, you should cry. Bringing it back home, like a few weeks ago, maybe I shouldn't mention names. Someone was getting married and her best friend, a boy, was crying on social media and they were laughing at him. And someone, of course, I read comments. Someone said, "Why should he not cry? Is he not human?" So our society has boxed the boy child up. You can't cry. You can't show. Just recently, another musician that is everywhere. I'm sure you saw him. Cried. His friend was his manager.
Oh, yes.
Some people were making fun of him. I think we should stop this because it starts early. We have to break these stereotypes.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed. It's never a dull moment with you, Dr. Ekere. All right, please call 0201-277-0993, 0201-277-0993. And of course, our female listeners can call that number or call 0201-465-7190. I know someone's going to call and say, "Hey, you're talking about boy child. Why do you have female line, not male line?"
Exactly.
I know someone is going to. So please don't call to say that.
No, but you can explain.
Yeah, I can explain. 0201-277-0993. Why do you think the boy child faces these issues? And what do you think of what our guest, Dr. Nimi Ekere, has said today? Hello, good morning.
Hey, Kofi, good morning, sir.
Welcome. Happy belated International Day of the Boy Child.
Yes, so you see, we were grow up in a hard way. By the way, my name is the one of Odogolu.
Welcome.
When we are growing up, it was very difficult. Just after the war, the Biafra-Nigerian war, it was terrible for us because of how the hunger and every other thing torture us, mostly our own family, and we suffered a lot from the hand of people. Because if your father, your parents do not have anything, they will be using you as a rag, mostly the boy child. We face many things, and up to today, the thing is still torturing me.
Definitely.
Because I cannot communicate very well with people. I cannot even...
Are you there? Oh, we lost your call. Let's go for a break. We'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. We lost your call. We'll be right back.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
Did you know?
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 Your dose of facts we bet you never knew. Right here on Nigeria Info 99.3. Shishi. Have you ever wondered what this means or how it came to be? How did the phrase "I don't even have shishi" come to be?
This is the backstory. Before 1973, Nigeria was using the British pounds. Among the available coins then was a silver coin with the face of Queen Elizabeth on one side and cocoa board symbol on the other side. This was the 6-pence coin. But our people in the south and the north, due to the difficulty in pronouncing it properly, adulterated this differently. The southerners called it sissy pence, while the northerners called it shishi pence. It was then shortened to sissy or shishi in different regions. This coin was one of the lowest denominations available at that time. So one will easily say, I don't even have sissy pence to give you, meaning I am broke. This metamorphosed to, I don't even have shishi. So when next you are using this phrase, you will say it knowing you have the backstory.
Another piece of the puzzle now revealed. Keep questioning, keep listening. Only on Nigeria Info 99.3.
Topisto tomato mix don show. Topisto tomato mix na tomato mix wey Mohan Agro Foods dey produce. Dem dey produce am for Calabar for Cross River State. E dey inside a very beautiful 70-gram sachet and na 50 sachet dey inside one carton. E dey thick and tasty and you fit use am take cook stew, jollof rice, sauce, egusi, spaghetti, eforiro and other better correct wakis dem. Wetin make Topisto tomato mix different na the taste, and you fit find am for all leading supermarket and for any market wey dey near you. If you want make dem supply you or you want be distributor,
Make you call 0704 800 0558 or 0803 570 0177.
Topisto tomato mix. The difference na the taste.
Is that Alfie playing football in the rain?
It's Toby Chio.
My goodness. When did he grow up?
That's it with kids, so. It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
Hey, Chioma, you don't try, oh. See as my kitchen clean.
Mama.
Eh? But you no use hypo.
Hypo kwa?
Yes, so germs say para. No gree. Protect your kitchen every day with hypo.
Hypo go hypo.
This taste na banger. This taste na creamy rich. This taste na new Nescafe. Original 3-in-1. Thickness, enjoyment, yumminess, happiness, delightfulness, deliciousness, smoothness. This taste na new Nescafe. Original 3-in-1.
Enjoy more creamy richness with the new Nescafe Original 3-in-1 in the new pack. That's strong. Finish strong.
Remember the name Arenas Plus. When malaria strikes, Arenas Plus. Remember the name Arenas Plus. When you feeling down, Arenas Plus.
Arenax Plus is the name to remember when you need to beat malaria with ease. Arenax Plus is a combination of artemether and lumenfantrine and is effective in the treatment of malaria in adults and children. So the next time malaria strikes, remember the name. Arenax Plus beats malaria with ease. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please see a doctor. Available in pharmacies near you. Arenax Plus is a quality product from Swiffer.
Ida of trading himself. James, hello.
Susan, I beg. Say you the wine me.
For where? You who no longer depend solely on your salary.
So you people trade and don't carry us along in this office, Abby?
Jerry, now you they talk like this. Who doesn't want an extra stream of income? But I'm still looking for better trading conditions, I beg. Fast execution of my trades and possibly an account where swap no go carry all my profits where I don't know.
Guy, HFM.com.
For me, I wouldn't mind better spreads at all, and it won't be a bad idea to be able to make withdrawals in a flash.
All we want is transparency and great customer service.
Guys, I said HFM.com.
Which one is HFM.com again?
Switch to HFM today to enjoy ultra-fast execution, 1 to 2,000 leverage, tight spreads, swap-free, and more.
Guy, show us the way now.
Wait, are you sure deposits and withdrawals are sharp?
I said HFM.com. Visit www.hfm.com. HFM, online trading at its finest.
have a way of taking us on a journey. And when you add plenty of vegetables like efo, ugu, and season with the rich taste of North seasoning cubes, even better.
So, go ahead and elevate your meals with more vegetables and the rich taste of Knorr cubes. Today, eat for good.
Did you know you can post your job vacancies on Jobberman for free?
Free? Really?
Yes! Through the Young Nigeria Works initiative, in partnership with Jobberman and the MasterCard Foundation, you can list jobs at zero cost.
And reach over 3 million job seekers?
Absolutely! Plus, you get smart tools to manage applicants and boost your brand.
Visit www.jobberman.com/employer/free-listing to post jobs for free today.
Hire right with Jobberman.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
It's more than the absence of illness. It's a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. But let's delve deeper. Health is the heartbeat of life. It's the rhythm that keeps us moving forward. The pulse that echoes our vitality. It's a symphony of balance and harmony, resonating in every aspect of our existence. Health is a silent conductor, orchestrating the dance between the body and mind. It's the energy that propels us towards our dreams and aspirations. It is the foundation upon which we build our futures. So, what is health to you? Join me, Kofi Bartels, this and every Thursday for Health Thursday, 8 a.m. on the Morning Crossfire as we explore important issues affecting your health. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. It's still the Morning Crossfire Health Thursday right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're still talking about a boy child. And of course, this year, last week was International Day of the Boy Child. And this is a celebration meant to draw, or an international observance meant to draw attention to the issues affecting boys, the unique challenges boys face, and to promote their well-being. Like you had a guest say, when you talk about health, it's not just physical, it's emotional, and it's social as well, you know. So it's very important to talk about all these things. The 2025 theme for the International Day for the Boy Child is building self-esteem in boys. Stand up, be heard, be seen. Our guest today on Health Thursday on the Morning Crossfire is Dr. Nimi Ekere, consultant family physician, child advocate, and author with about 2 decades of medical experience. When we talk about emotional and social well-being, people don't think about the hospital. Now, you are a family physician, consultant family physician. I want you to just speak to that, because when we think about a hospital in this part of the world, you just think about malaria and typhoid and other things. But you have been dealing and helping families with their social and emotional well-being. So
a lot of people are just knowing the definition of who a family, or definition of the family physician, or knowing who family physicians are. The family physician is that doctor that after medical school goes back to study, does their residency, and gets qualified, gets a fellowship, to become who they are, consultant family physician, and they treat babies, children, adults, grannies, and everyone, irrespective of their age, disease type, socioeconomic status, in the context of the family. So the awareness is coming in, and people now know that they can go to the doctor if they have issues. In the past, it wasn't like that, but I thank God that the awareness is coming in, and I want it to get better.
So what issues are we looking at here? Is it maybe my son is just being problematic at home?
Okay, most times being problematic at home will not typically bring them to the hospital, except there are things that they think would have gone overboard. For instance, depression. My son is all by himself, always moody. He now wheezes on himself, something that he had outgrown. There's academic decline. And in the past, these things were attributed to spiritual issues. So you see them taking the children to church and flogging them, and also casting out the demons. But now, awareness, and thankfully, I want to thank Nigeria Info. You guys have done a lot with the advocacy and other media houses as well. So the information is there, the awareness is growing. So they now know that there are doctors that are trained, and then sometimes when we need to handle with psychiatrists, mental health physicians, we do that collaboratively. So, but yes, people now know that they don't come to the hospital just for physical health, headache, typhoid, like diarrhea and all that. Yes.
All right. Interesting. We have a call on the line. 99.3. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
My name is Duke from Lekki.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning to your guest in the studio. I've been listening to what she's been saying, but I must caution all of us because I've looked at the result of what we are saying in the West. This was how it started, and it has damaged their morality and their culture. Boys and girls are not the same. We have different experiences, different life experiences. We are expected as men, typically, to provide and to protect. And that is the original design of men. Women are not expected. We are not required by the society, by life itself, to do the same. Yes, they carry out such responsibilities in the modern world. But however, primarily, they are not expected to provide and protect. A man is on his own in life. Whether we want to see, we may say it's not ideal, but practically, in reality, that is what life is. It is tough out there. We must prepare our sons to face it. Yes, we must train our female children to face life as well. However, the life experiences are not the same. It's totally different, and we must accept that.
All right, thank you.
Cannot
how do you train the boy child to face life? Of course, you're right by saying that the life experiences may differ, but the world is changing.
The world is changing.
But how do you train the boy to be prepared for life?
Yes, the world is changing. However, what is the result of that change? We must ask ourselves, what is the result of that change? Is it positive?
No.
We keep complaining.
It depends on the change. It depends on the change you're talking about. Whether it's the same I'm talking about.
Can I ask him a question?
Yes, I'm talking
Thank you, sir. Can I ask you a question, sir? Yeah. So, what is masculinity to you? Is it all about internalizing pain? Is it not about not expressing your emotions?
I hate it when we want to describe masculinity and we pick the extreme negative to adulterate what masculinity should be, or to push whatever propaganda or agenda we want to push. Masculinity is you being a man, which is your ability to be a leader, your ability to protect and to provide, your ability to have tenacity, your ability to be able to push through hard times and overcome it. Your ability
and you think that the women are not tenacious as well? You think that women don't provide now? You think that women are relegated, are just people that
I'm coming there, and I'll respond to that. Your ability to do all of that and be emotionally intelligent, which means, yes, you understand that this is pain. However, what is the right way to overcome it? Yes, women are providing now. However, it has negatively, I'm not saying they shouldn't, they should. But if we keep pushing them to that extreme, it has negatively affected.
That is why we want a balance, sir. Because most times we
must understand that femininity has become very rare, and that's why.
Okay, so hello, my brother. What's your name again, please?
My name is Duke from Lekki. Yes.
Duke. Okay, Duke. Now, what do you your concerns? And I can tell what you think about what's happening in the world today, right? Your concern is exactly what Dr. Ekere is trying to tackle. What she said when she started and what we've been saying is that we need to pay attention to our boys. and not relegate the plight or the needs or the well-being, the health of our boys to the background, because we are focusing on the girls. And being a man, being able to provide for your family, you must be healthy, physically, emotionally, socially. You must be healthy. Now,
there should be a balance. When you teach the girl child how to respect, how to do this, how to do that, how to carry themselves, have you taught the boy child that it's very bad to abuse anyone? Have you taught them that if they are abused, I mean, in the sad event that they're abused, they should speak up? Have you taught them how to open up when they're in terrible situations, or you think they cannot be in terrible situations because they are macho? And I think that we should change this mindset of leader. Of course, they are leaders, but women are also leaders. And I'm not here for gender. I'm not here for that today. What I'm saying is that there should be a balance, because a lot of boys are hurting. And I know a lot of hurting adults, a lot of damaged adults that are in turn hurting their children. They are in turn, it's playing out because they haven't even sought closure. They haven't even sought help. Some of them don't even know they need help until they display. How can a man come to the house and he's shouting and the children are terrified, and you want to bring up a wholesome child because you want his masculinity intact? I disagree with you, and I disagree.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
But that's what it sounds like.
We have to go. We have to go.
Representing, whenever someone says the truth in this borough, they say, "Oh,
okay,
you're being."
We're out of time. Please, thank you.
Representing what I said. That's not what I said.
Thank you. We have to go. I think we can say you said what you said. Okay, but tell us about this because you painted a picture here about abuse of boys. And they sometimes do not speak out because they may be labeled as being weak. So tell us about this and some of the experiences that you have come across.
Okay, so one day I was here I had a session with Sheriff, and a man called in. He was weeping, and I took his number. Eventually he called, and I called him, and he said when he was a teenager, his father was very busy. He was from a comfortable home. Of course, this is in anonymity, so I'm not mentioning. So if he hears this, he knows. Of course, there are many people out there, so I'm not mentioning anybody. I try to be very confidential, but of course, I have to give examples.
Yes.
So or instances. So he was kept in the care of his very trusted nephew, uncle or cousin, I think, of some sort, relative, who took him to the brothels. Always took him to the brothel.
How old was this child?
He was 12 or 13.
And the cousin was taking him to the brothel?
His older cousin. And it happened for so long. This man, when he was a boy, of course, was into alcohol. He was an alcoholic. He was into a whole lot. And then it evolved to substances. He started using substances.
That's the family member or the child itself?
The child was introduced to all this.
Oh.
As we speak, he can't go a day without sleeping with prostitutes. He can't. He has tried to put his life in order. It can't work. He evades therapy because I've called him. Please come. Let's do this. But of course, the cloak that surrounds the masculinity, the thing that we're fighting, this gender stereotype, the fact that they see anybody that is vulnerable, any man that is vulnerable, as weak. It has stalled a lot of things, and that is what we are against, and that is what I am against. And today he has a divorce, he has money issues, financial. He's just in a mess, and it boils down to his upbringing. The father wasn't there, and they left him to be with his cousin because they thought the cousin would help him. So to respond to what that man said, yes, it's okay. The caller said it's okay to have them grow up as leaders, to groom them in that manner, but they need mentors, they need father figures, and it's not all about harshness because you think that they are boys.
I tell you what, Dr. Ekere, and I told you this while we spoke, when I was on leave. Growing up, we had a lot of instances where, children in my space, in the area I lived in, were abused. Boys in particular, because everybody's keeping the eyes on the girls. The mothers will always check, and you can there are things you can check, and will tell them, okay, if this happens, this is what you do. If this happens, come to me. The fathers will also tell you, even in school, we'll learn it, this and this and this. Nobody should touch you here and there. But the boys, nothing.
Exactly.
And back in the day, you had a lot of families because of the kind of setting I was in, where the parents would go to work, and you have maybe a house help or a domestic help or two, and they'll abuse.
And it plays out later. So you find out that a lot of them that were abused by boys end up being changing their sexual orientation or end up being homosexuals. A lot of them that were abused by older women or girls tend to crave older girls, tend to like, their inclination is towards that path. So it never stops. If we don't nip it in the bud, it continues.
So you have an uncle who nobody knows has a thing for boys.
Exactly.
And then they said, okay, uncle is around, so he will watch over you.
Exactly.
And uncle now starts.
And then you don't pay attention because it's a boy child. You just think, oh, it's safe. But a girl child, I mean, it's fine. It's fine that we protect our girl child, but we should also protect the boy child. There should be a balance.
As a matter of fact, personal experience, a lot of parents don't know that their boys are being abused.
And they're crying for help. There's a silent cry for help.
Yes, but a lot of parents don't know that their boys. And what happens, like you've said, is the parents are busy, right? Is it getting worse? Because to me, it seems like you have, because of the economy, more parents not having time to stay at home because they have to go in a hustle. Now in Nigeria today, if you're doing one thing, especially in this Lagos, a mega city we're in, if you're doing one job, most people have to do two now. So the thing is, it's getting worse. The parents are not having time.
I think so. I think it's getting worse. Things that were abhorred in the past are now normal now. No thanks to the social media age. People now see wrong role models. So he's saying that westernization has come, and I mean, we know that it has come, and that's why we have to do our best, go and mitigate any loophole, anything that will cause, because it's worsening.
We have a call on the line. 99.3. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kofi. Good morning to your guest.
Welcome.
Welcome back, Mr. Kofi. This is Mrs. Oboli.
Oh, welcome, Mr. Oboli.
First off, I want to say thank you to you and your guest for trying to change the narrative this morning. And like you both said, we tend to concentrate more on the girls while we neglect the boys, forgetting the fact that the boy we neglect today will suddenly or turn out to be a menace to society tomorrow. Now, when you're pushing this kind of advocacy or narrative, it's appalling when people call in to say that you are pushing fallacies. It doesn't make sense. Now we are shifting the focus or the gaze from the girl child to the boy child, and you are telling people that please tend to cater to their needs. All this hard man that people are forming up and down. At the end of the day, you are breaking inside, you are caving inside, trying to commit suicide because you don't want to be vulnerable. Who man helped. Because in your inside of your mind, you understand, you're caving in, you're breaking down, and there's nobody you want to talk to because that is not the way you're wired.
Yeah.
Now we're trying to change the narrative on air, trying to tell fathers, mothers, brothers, uncles, aunts that boy child you neglect today will turn out to be a menace if you keep neglecting what you're supposed to do in their life. Fill that void, fill that vacuum, and then we have a whole storm and balanced society. And somebody calls in to deter what you're saying. It doesn't really make sense. I want to appreciate you guys for what you're doing this morning.
Thank you.
And I say we are listening to you, keenly following, trying to pattern our lives according to how we're going to do this society and give it a better outfit.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ms. Wally, very important what you've said.
Thank you.
We have another call.
Can I say something?
After this call. Hello, good morning.
Yes, my name is Dilly from Sutherland.
Welcome, Dilly.
Yes, I enjoy your program and I enjoy the topic.
Thank you.
But I just have an opinion. That if there's a topic, let's call in and give our own opinion, not condemning what other people say. We have opinions and we have diverse opinions. Don't let us come to the radio and start proving because we have good command of English and we start condemning what other people bring forth.
All right.
Please, that's my opinion this morning. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're not condemning what anyone said. I think it's a conversation. A conversation is between two people. So when you say what you say, we can also say what we're saying. Or should we not say anything? If we didn't want you to have an opinion, we won't open the line for you to call. You understand? So when you call and you talk, I can also talk. My guest is here. She's the resource person. She's here to talk. She's not here to listen. She's here to talk. And also to listen as well. So I don't know what you want us to do. All right. You have an opinion, she can respond. That's why she's here. All right. Thank you very much. You want
so just to corroborate what Ms. Oboli said, thank you very much for that. Strength actually is not the absence of weakness. So we should know that in your strength lies weakness, but you having the courage to tackle it is what makes you a strong person. And leadership, we train our children to be leaders. Leadership is not the absence of struggle. It is the ability, to face it head on. So we should know that in the masculinity, in all that lies the weakness and the vulnerability, and in the boy child, just like the girl child. And if we don't give them the tools to tackle these issues, then of course we'll be going on an exercise in futility.
Oh wow! We could go on for 2 hours. The lines are on fire. The lines are. If you have a story you would like to share, please call. All right, please call. 99.3. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, welcome. Quickly, please.
Yes, please. I'd like to remain anonymous.
Okay.
Based on the experience, I can understand. First of all, I'm a sociologist, and I've been able to work with an NGO that is related to MSM's issues, and I kind of understand where every point is going to. The man that said we need to look at our culture to understand what it's saying. From experience, the group I called, they are a kind of subgroup that hides under health issues to claim their rights. So I want to think from that angle. That's what it's trying to say. Because we must tell ourselves the truth. Truly, if we say, okay, fine, most programs are always for women.
Hello, bro, we're out of time. See, my brother, there's no agenda here. Please, it's some things you don't need to stress your brain by trying to conjure up conspiracy theories. Please, just clear your mind on that. Do boys need?
We have a long way.
Do boys need
protection,
attention, protection, and care? Yes, right. So I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know where this is coming from. All right, I don't know where this is coming from. Please. I don't know. Maybe you've heard some people talk about boy child before, and you heard. So I don't know, because it's strange to me. The boys need attention, protection, and care. They do. We need to have a part 2 of this topic next week. Because I have a personal experience, but I want to. I need to think of how to frame it. I need to think of how to frame it. Personally, I had my own episode of abuse. Yes, personally, and I think for me to really, emerge as a wholesome human being was because I got introduced to church, yes, by my mother, and I got to read in scripture. I got to hear messages that,
that helps a great deal.
Yes, that God created me with a purpose, and it sort of got me.
And then you'll be shocked that your relationship with your father would have helped you.
Oh, yes,
because it would have helped your self-esteem.
Because honestly, I can't relate with some of the things that people who go through physical abuse as children, boys, how damaged they become and all that. I can understand some of it, but a lot of it, because at an early age, maybe 10, 11, 12, I really got into church, and I've had messages, and it's really shaped how I see myself as a person.
And how you turned out.
Yes, but what I can say is that parents, when they're not around, a lot happens to their children, especially the boys.
Yes.
And the boys sometimes will not say anything because they do not.
Because the girls are already taught how to protect themselves.
Yes, yeah.
But who teaches the boys how to protect themselves?
Yes, absolutely. So it's important. It's important. And what we're doing will save a lot of boys. Even the men who are grown, who are damaged, can help them. We have to do a part 2 next week.
We'll try.
All right, we'll do a part 2 next. Let's go for a commercial break. And Dr. Nimi, Ekere, thank you very much for your time. It's an unceremonial goodbye, but please bear with us, okay?
Thank you for having me.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 100.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.